Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another very exciting episode of Preston Can Play. This week we've got thrills, we've got chills, we've got Norfair Hills. On the controller, as always on Metroid games, it's Taun Mitchell. Keeping him company as he delves through the pits of hell, it's Preston Black.
That was really good.
Thank you.
You get some rhymes there.
I panicked the whole entire time. I was screaming inside. I can go to that fast room now.
Yeah.
Is there anything else for me over here?
You still need the grapple beam, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that might be it.
I mean, I think I can technically get to that room in the top left, but I think it's really tricky, if memory serves. Alright, dude.
Are you gonna be able to get through this room?
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Hells yeah, dude.
I think you can missile those guys,
Hells yeah.
if you like.
They can missile these toes. Oh, fuck. They missiled my toes. Preston, help.
So, Taun,
Me.
you went to Disneyland.
Yes, I'm contractually obligated to discuss my experience there.
I volunteered that you could talk about whatever you want, and you didn't start talking about anything, so
And
I'm just trying
between
to keep
episodes,
conversation going.
you mentioned my contract I signed when I came on the show that states I will talk about Disneyland.
Taun, what would you like to talk about?
Well, I was gonna imply that I started doing MS Paint art, but then I was worried someone would be like, "Oh, I thought you were already doing that," as a joke about the art I already do for the show,
Right.
implying that I make it in MS Paint. I went to Disneyland's. Miranda's parents took us there. It was a grand old time. It was my first time in the most magical place on Earth, and let me tell you what, it certainly was. What a surreal experience. It felt like I was in a pocket dimension that didn't really exist, where like everyone has really good customer service and people in crowds aren't just the biggest pieces of shit. Yeah, it was weird that even like, for the most part, even other visitors weren't shitty. You know, like, I was kind of thinking like, yeah, I'm sure the customer service is gonna be tight, but I'm still gonna have to deal with shitty people. But I probably only had like 2, maybe 3 negative interactions, and one of those was with Proud Boys. So that was never
Like actual, like, registered trademark Proud Boys?
I don't know. They were frat-looking teenage boys wearing MAGA hats,
Ew.
and all traveling as in a herd, and they all just
go to Disney.
They all just had like shithead vibes about them.
Nice. Classy.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna grab a save real quick just because I don't know when the next one is, and I'm prone to death when I'm talking about other stuff. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. It was a ton of fun. Space Mountain was my favorite ride.
Really?
Yeah. I did not know at all what to expect going into any of the rides, actually. But that one in particular excited and delighted me in very fortunate and very positive ways until the very end when there's a part where they take your picture, and you're in this pitch black roller coaster the entire time, and this horrifying flash occurs, and that was really disorienting and horrifying, and I hated every second of that. But then immediately after that, you get dumped out of the ride and go back into like a normally lit room with a bunch of humans. So I had to go really quickly from being like really upset and unhappy about this thing that just happened to me to acting like I had fun.
But you actually liked the ride?
I super liked it.
Okay.
That was the only one we went on multiple times because we all loved it. Pirates of the Caribbean was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Did not realize how many scenes from the feature film they just straight up lifted from that.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. It makes me like the movie even more.
Well, they like inserted some stuff to match the movies too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they did a big remodel to like insert like Jack Sparrow.
Gotcha. I was curious about that, like how much had potentially changed.
Yeah. And I didn't go to it before that happened, but I only really know that because when I was a kid, I had you know, the like viewfinder toys. Mm-hmm. I had one of those of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Awesome.
So I had like a vague memory of like what the difference was. Also, like I feel like, oh, you need the ice beam for this. I don't want you to waste a lot of life.
I was thinking that. Yeah, I'm just gonna let these guys do their thing, huh?
Yeah. They're fine. Yeah, I love I love that. What other rides did you go on?
Haunted Mansion was tight as hell because it was takeover from Ice Beam. Cool. Nightmare Before Christmas takeover.
Oh, that's right.
Which was amazing. Holy shit. And like, Miranda and her parents are in love with that movie more so than necessarily I am. So just like seeing their looks of wonder and excitement during it was really enjoyable. Probably really close in contention for my favorite thing was Phantasmic, which is like a light show production thing they do at night. I don't know if it's a seasonal thing or not, but it was incredible, and I like was legitimately losing my shit during it.
You can freeze those guys.
Neat. Why do you still hurt me, Preston?
Because he had already shot the thing.
Help me. Why'd you let me get hurt?
Yeah, I don't know. I know I've seen Phantasmic, but I don't know if they change it periodically and it's just like a different thing. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Whatever. I want to do things my way.
You're fine. I forgot how quick the turnover on the ice beam is. It was stressing me out.
Well, I thought the other guys were going to jump up. I didn't realize I had to walk over to them. What's my thing here? Okay. Are there not more items in here?
No, I guess that's it.
I thought there was another one up here.
I don't know why you couldn't have just gone out. Oh, because those things are blocked, so you needed to go around to get out.
Ah.
No, I think it's just the ice beam there. Yeah, but Phantasmic was cool.
Oh, they also did a parade with all the villains down the main street. And that was super cool. Where everyone had dances and shit. But then there were also things that didn't make sense. Like, they were probably supposed to be gravediggers, but there were just people dancing with shovels. They never really committed to the shovel very much. They were mostly just scraping them across the floor.
Oh. Huh.
Which was a nightmare. This is a shortcut now, right?
I don't know if it's shortcut or if there's something in here that you want. I guess it's
I've been to this side.
Okay.
I've been to this side.
Yeah. But I saw Miranda earlier.
Did you just watch me forget the button for fucking shoot 3 times in a row?
So I was talking to Miranda earlier, and she said you guys didn't even go to California Adventure.
Yeah, we apparently had the chance to on the first day, but our flight got in late. Whatever, the world happened a certain way, and we just weren't able to.
Oh, that's nice.
But I don't know that we would have survived if we had.
Yeah, it's
just because like I barely feel like we did everything we wanted to do in Disneyland in the day and a half that we were there. In the park, I mean.
Yeah, I guess my perception is skewed because most of my experience going to Disneyland was living down there.
Oh yeah.
So, and I had an annual pass, so I could just go whenever I wanted. And so I never had the feeling of like, oh, I have to, who knows when I'll come back here, I have to stuff all this in. And by the time I came in from out of town to go, I was like already familiar with everything.
You were jaded.
So it was like, not jaded, but like I knew what I wanted to hit. And I didn't have to like prioritize stuff. I didn't have to think about it. I have a route that I follow every time I go.
Really?
Yeah. Because I know what I want, and I know, like, I have a path that I just follow, and I hit everything that I want to do. So I never feel like they're like, oh, what do I do next? Oh, I have to fit all this in, because I'm just used to being able to. Well, like, oh, I didn't get to. But it's changed now. But California Screamin' is. I don't know if I think they may have renamed it or changed the ride or something, but that was the really fast roller coaster that was in the Paradise Pier. Okay. Which is now Pixar Bay or something in California Adventure. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get to go there. So if I like didn't get to that, it also usually had a long line. So if I was like, I didn't get to California Screamin' today, I'll hit it next time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, like, it wasn't a big deal. I don't want to go this way. Why the fuck did I even ever go this way? I don't know. I was just exploring. This is a terrible route. Jeez. Do you know where you're going? Vaguely. I remember we got somewhere where I needed ice, but I'm not going to get there this way. I guess I'm going to get there with this way. Ooh, wait. What? There might be switch to the right here. Under that fella? Can you, like, bomb or... No, I guess I made that up. Did you... I'm going to ask you just based on the things that I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. Did you go on the Alice in Wonderland?
No? What was that?
It's like the same thing as like Haunted Mansion and stuff like that, like where you just sit in the cart and it like brings
Are
you
you
through
fucking me right now?
animatronics. It's in I can't remember what the area is called, but Fantasy Fair. It's in the Fantasy Fair area.
I don't believe we did, but I can't think of why we conceivably wouldn't have.
It's next to the teacups. It's usually got a pretty big line.
That might have been the thing.
But it's a lot of fun. Also, similarly, I don't know, you didn't go to California Adventure, but I assume it's still there. It would be a huge shame if they got rid of it in the remodel, but they have a Little Mermaid one in Pixar Bay, previously Paradise Pier. That's a lot of fun.
That's in California Adventure?
Yeah. So if you end up going back,
gotcha.
I highly recommend it. It's the same thing where you're just in the car and it brings you through the animatronic
Which
stuff,
is
but
fascinating.
It's such a delight, and they have there's a big room for Under the Sea segment, and it's a lot of fun. Like everything's just like moving and like it's neat. I'm gonna go shut off the teapot that just turned itself on because Taun is here.
Everything there, all the rides have such a nightmare narrative where like things start out so happy and fun and then just things keep getting more and more horrifying until finally the ride ends and you're released from your existence.
A lot of it's like there's a lot of it's weird. Alice in Wonderland's cool because like it just goes through like the different areas of Wonderland, doesn't really follow a narrative so much. Little Mermaid is weird because it's a lot of exposition. Like a lot of it is devoted to like the beginning of the movie. Okay. And then you get to the part where they introduce Ursula, and it's like Poor Unfortunate Souls, and it's like her cave, and like it's cool.
Grotto.
And then like excuse me. And then like the next room is like her dying. Oh. And then it's like everything's fine now. There's like there's no explanation of like conflict or anything like that.
Got you.
But I mean, I guess they're just assuming that you're already familiar with it. So.
No, in particular, motherfucking Splash Mountain just starts out so fun and cheery, and then you literally just go to hell for a while.
Oh, Splash Mountain's great.
And then it comes back around and be like, everything's cool.
I live for that song. That, like, how do you do? Oh, I love it. Do you need direction?
Dude, I'm chill.
Okay.
You seem like you want to give me direction.
No, you're just like going back and forth in like the same areas. And I didn't know if you wanted to like actually talk about the game that you're playing for a second and like figure out what you should be doing.
Contractually obligated to talk about Disneyland.
I think you fulfilled that obligation. Ooh, Thunder Mountain?
Didn't make it.
Ugh.
It was out of commission for at least a portion of our trip.
I think they closed Thunder Mountain during the cold season. It's like frequently closed.
We did the Max Pass, where like you get to skip lines for certain rides, and at first it wasn't available like to ride at all, and then it was on Max Pass for like 5 minutes. Oh, and then there was a 120-minute wait.
Maybe it just breaks down a lot then.
So missed that one.
Yeah, that one's fun, but it's just like you can skip. It's one of the ones that like if I'm short on time, I'll skip.
I guess I'll save again. What the fuck? What am I even doing? Do I need to go to a different area right now?
Well, let's look at your map.
Ugh, you and the fucking map.
I'm trying to help.
I also keep using Zelda buttons. Batons.
Okay, so
I'm gonna leave this neighborhood.
Taking
an elevator.
That room with with like the clip out of it, that's like kind of to your right. Did you try that?
Yeah, I need a grapple.
You do. And the one under that other save point?
Yeah, that's like one single square?
Yeah.
We can check that out next.
Okay. That might be something that you...
Can I get to that?
There was a I think that has a door that's like locked from the opposite side or something. So you're just like missing, because there's two, like the area that's like underneath you that's still blacked out. There's two entrances that like oppose each other that seem to go into that area, and they are both locked from the opposite side.
Nice.
So you've got to figure out how you're getting in there. So
I am after Kraid right now, right?
no, you've already done Kraid.
Crocomire?
Crocomire.
God damn it, I was confused with their names.
They're very similar. And they're the only two enemies in this game that have similar names.
Right? Where did you want me to go?
I'm saying the area that's
save.
like beneath you, like the
Yeah.
area under that save point to the left, is locked from the opposite side. That square room that's under the other save point that you were just at has a door that's also locked from the opposite side. So, what about in that bottom right area? Are there any things that you can exploit there?
I don't believe so. Those were speed rooms, and then a lava cave. And I can't do no lava yet. What have I gotten? I've gotten speed boosts. Nice. I can't remember where he dies.
All right. Well, why don't we figure out what your next step is, and we will jump back in on the next very exciting episode.
Approaching current player.